For to everyone who has, more will be given, and he will grow rich. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. These are the words of the Master in Jesus' parable of the talents from Matthew's Gospel. These are words that should challenge us. We should not sit comfortably with them. Now, first of all, on its face, this phrase seems to contradict a lot of what Jesus says elsewhere about rich and poor. But in the context of the parable, the significance of these words become clear. Now, we're pretty familiar with this parable, so I won't retell the whole thing. But the one being punished is the one who, when entrusted with the wealth of his master, simply buried it to keep it safe and return it to him later. To the audience and to the reader, this may seem like the most prudent way of proceeding, not taking a risk with the wealth. But the other two servants who are commended are the ones who did take a risk and saw a return. Now, we use the word talent, which in the passage is simply a kind of measurement, metaphorically to describe the abilities and gifts with which God has entrusted us. The point is that we are given these for a reason, and that reason is not to keep them hidden. And it's also not to serve ourselves. Rather, they are given to us to serve God. Our gifts are always aimed at the kingdom. The idea here is one of stewardship. Now, stewardship is a great notion that we use in the church a lot, but we mistakenly identify it with our monetary wealth and simply with the church collections and offerings. The point, however, of the passage is that stewardship does not simply extend to the practice of tithing or collecting funds for the church, and of course it's important to support our church monetarily, but stewardship is actually much broader than that. It's the realization that all we have and all we do is at the service of God's kingdom. Like the servants in the passage, all we have is really not our own, but our master's. It all belongs to God. Yet, we too are invited to share the master's joy, like the good and faithful servants in the passage, because his wealth is our wealth and vice versa. So let us today strive to live with the mentality that all we have and all that we do is at the service of God's kingdom.